Oh. Back up here too. Okay, I think we're about good. Maybe I'll open this up. Oops. Hey, public. Let me check this. Fun. Okay. Cool. Let's do some fun stuff. Hello, sleeveless frag limit. Hi. I am. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I'm trying out a handful of new things this stream, so hopefully there won't be too much work I'll have to do right on stream. During stream, but we'll see. I'm using a new software. I thought I was attempting to multi-stream, but that might not be working. But oh well. So we'll see what we can do. I did bust out the old mic I haven't used in a few years because I think it's better for streaming. Because it's not like a little shotgun mic that normally I'd have to do some like sound like noise reduction type stuff, and that doesn't work as good live. Hey Jake Whip, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Hope you're doing great. Excited for all the stuff coming up. ResolveCon's gonna be great because it's always great. There are a few things I think I actually want to work on stream. There's some like work for a tutorial I might do. I might take a swing at seeing how I want to update this super old, like it's a pretty like bare bones text animation engine. But I saw a post about it. I saw a post of someone, I think it was just on Reddit, talking about like kind of that sort of thing. And I think I could absolutely update it with some fun stuff. So I might do that. We might talk a little bit about Proto V3 stuff, where that kind of sits at, even though some work is a little slow. Or we might just answer some questions, hang out. Hey, Paul, thank you so much for hopping in. I also usually normally pop this out. Probably not. I am trying lots of new things. I don't want that. I don't want that. Stream volume is low overall. I'm sure I can adjust that. If I'm here, check. Oh yeah, interesting. I don't want to. Let's test this out. No, I might have to readjust the music. I bumped that quite a bit. Check. We'll see how this is. Both my mic and music. You can let me know where we're at. Happy birthday, and thank you. All you share with the community. Thank you, the Peru channel. And Her Majesty and Shark. Oh, hey Shark, what up? Cobbler. Does Jake have a Discord channel? Jake has the Discord channel. Check. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm not sure what I want to work on first. Actually, I kind of might know what I want to work on. Oh, well, let me check this other thing first too. Fellow, yes, I am a Cancer. I don't know, Cancer person sounds little. Usually I have chat up here as well on my little teleprompter thing, but I did not do that. Oh, let me at least get back to some fun stuff on screen. What was I? Oh, yeah. When I was testing stuff, I had a quick test of doing some multi-stream stuff. And I was live on Twitch, but not on YouTube. And then I fixed the YouTube thing and tried to go live again. And now I don't think I'm live on Twitch, which is okay, because like no one follows me on Twitch. But you know, I was trying out new stuff. But now I don't know what I did wrong. Or what sort of... I think I went live on Twitch like twice 4 years ago. Oh, fun stuff. Okay, wait, can I fix this? Oh, that's funny. Twitch thinks my average bitrate is too high. Sorry. I don't know if I can change that after the fact. But we'll see what we do. You did the like scroll count? What do you mean, the cobbler? Yeah, it was. So I don't know if I did something different. I don't know whether it's just. Who knows? Oh yeah, I was watching a different live stream and there's full like some kind of channel points type system, which like let me see if I can turn this back on. We're trying lots of different stuff. I mean, hey, every stream is a chill stream. But this stream might be a little extra chill stream. Oh, also, here, little link. We're also doing a fun sale. I am turning 33, which means use the promo code I'm 33 for 33% off anything at sterlingsupply.co. Probably just for stream, unless I leave it up a little bit, which I might not. Thanks, Exalter Ego. I've been super conflicted in the past about like Twitch stuff and quite what I want to do, but Proto does not work for you on the Mac, and the intensity is not in the fuses thing. Is there an alternate way? I've published some like different alternate installation methods, a handful of them over the time. You've just got to make sure. I believe on the main Proto store page, it should link to a video with the most up-to-date information. There's always been a handful of people that have just had issues no matter what. Proto's tricky, you know, because it has that third-party fuse, and that's always been a little funky and has worked for some people and not others. Hopefully, Proto V3, whenever that comes out, I'll be able to take a bit more of a comprehensive look at it to make it easier across the board. But if you've gone through like what you can find on different videos, then I don't know how much more I can recommend. Oh, okay, yeah, the cobbler. Oh, and I was suggested that like scrolling and stuff pop likes. Yes. Okay. I mean, I haven't worked on that, but I do remember you saying that. Let me see. What settings have I got? Anywho, I think I might wanna jump into something. No, I've the cobbler. I've never really used the wireless node. It seems nice in some instances, but I have never gone so ham where I would really get the value out of it that I think is intended. I've gotten a lot better at staying organized in my node tree since I started, but most of the time I just, you know, don't go so ham. Oh, thank you for happy birthday. I might see Subtitle Pro demo. Yeah, we're gonna do a demo, and then I was gonna see maybe after some other stuff. It's really about due for an update, and probably a rebrand, since there are so many like different like subtitle things floating around, where it's just a super basic like text animation engine, and like it should really be marketed that way, but it's built off of a single text plus node, so you can modify the text however you want, like shading elements, all of that. But then we have an animation tab. And Andre, thank you so much. Thanks you so much for hopping in. And so we have different animation in and out, which you can toggle those on or off individually, so it stays up or it starts on. The animation length, so if we take this to 10, that's not speed, right? It's, oh yeah, just, oh, that, and I believe that's total frames. And that can be a scale and a fade, a rotate. The rotate is something I think I could really, because, oh, the rotate and the slide work together in funky ways I think I would want to get better at. Rotate angle, oh, slide angle is also part of it. And it only, it's like the full reverse. And for some of these things, like for rotate and for slide, I would really love, I don't know whether it would be a toggleable option or the default, to where instead of going back to where it started, it like continued on the other way. So it either rotated on and then rotated off that way, or like slid in and slid out the opposite way. So we've got options. And then I do have a built-in shake in there as well, because that was pretty easy to tack on. Maybe we could do some like blurs. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It can definitely be cleaned up, especially I think it like rotates from, okay, yeah, this offset, it's funky because some of, not to mention, I'm sure I can, like when I made this, I'm sure I have needless expressions and different stuff now. Is that the studio version? You can do it. Yes, I'm in studio. Can you do an edit page tracking demo as well? If you're feeling froggy, is that a thing? Edit page tracking as in tracking using my edit page tracker? I have a few different flavors of edit page tracking. I have a handful of free tracking presets, like this tracked text one, which is an effect. What if I toggle on my Fusion overlay? If I come into something and I track, I don't know, can I track this little fairy guy? Oh, actually, let me come to the beginning. We'll see how this tracks. You gotta like mouse over to see it doing its thing. Oh, it's going out there. Maybe it's breaking. We won't know until it finishes because of how this works on the Fusion page. But if I then text controls, try to move this text right over this little fairy guy. Let's see how it does. The camera starts moving around. Oh, and hey. Oh, it does pretty good. And okay, it jumped off because this is a horrible tracking scenario. Mirror checkbox for animation loop out. Yeah, that's a solid. Yeah, this is a horrible tracking scenario with all this popping up stuff. But that's edit page tracking. The few pitfalls is that when I was messing with it, it was kind of intermittent at times. Whether it would show you like this pop-up zoom that you get on the Fusion page. It's not doing it now. I believe it's more often than not you don't do it now. But like you just run it. When I built this, I did only have the track forward because things also, maybe there isn't a good reason why I can't have the full tracking suite. So it helps to be at the beginning, but then like I stated, the defaults are to like track you know, as good as you should be able to get it in the Fusion page. I even sort of I adjusted a small handful of settings. Really, the match tolerance and the adaptive mode set to best match, that helps. Like a little bit there helps a whole lot in my experience. Did they fix the IntelliTracker? I've for like general tracking stuff, I really haven't been using IntelliTracker as much. I found mostly my first experience was trying to get it with my tracking presets, and I had just more issues there in general, so I sort of like ignored it there. But yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of IntelliTracker. There are probably great situations, but I mean, tracking isn't a giant part of my normal workflow anyway. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, definitely. IntelliTracker is way better. I'm sure there are. I remember I did a small handful of tests and like was happy with it, but I ran into issues when I tried to use it in like this sort of workflow, trying to push stuff over to the edit page. Like it's already like super finicky about some stuff because you're trying to use like UI tools over on the edit page, and like Fusion handles a number of those not great. Oh, interesting, Jake. Is this what I want? This isn't something I can modify, like, in the middle, right? Will this decrease? Oh? Oh, if this lets me... We'll see how this goes. Maybe take another swing at this offline, see if I come back online. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Heyo, I'm up on Twitch for no one to watch, but we're trying new things. Check over here. Yeah, the sort of Resolve, different community aspects about Resolve are super interesting. That's hilarious. Finally went live on Twitch, and the first thing there is a bot asking me to buy viewers. Now I get to learn how to moderate on Twitch. Neato. Yeah, the Resolve is so interesting on the Spectrum, especially on the Spectrum. Yeah, Cobbler, I just got up live on Twitch for the experiment of it. But hey, I'm live on Twitch. I am successfully multi-streaming. Whoa. I believe the only way I could do that was to change like a master bitrate thing. But one, it's not like I need bitrate when I am looking at generic software, like full screen of a software. Except maybe if I get back to some Proto stuff. But we'll figure it out. Alex, checking in after a few months, and I was wondering if you had any updates regarding the ISO real-time live stream. Oh, not since the one video I showed off. Like, it can work. Right now, you need external hardware. That's it. You need external hardware and some like bare. Oh, not really. I was gonna say and some like network attached storage, but if you have a drive plugged into the ATEM, I don't even believe you need I don't even believe you need the ISO, but I think you do need the Pro. But like you need the hardware. I've tried a few different flavors of trying to handle it specifically just with software, and there was even some Cobbler Live, hello, on Twitch. Yes, I should do some stuff once upon a time. I am handling multi-stream in Meld Studio. I'm giving that a go. I had some bare bones streaming stuff a while ago in OBS, but now I'll try to rebuild some stuff. I've really only gotten in trouble, not in trouble, but like a handful of times where I was juggling like a streaming setup in OBS and a recording setup in OBS, because that's where I record as well. And like the one time you forget to click the button and like your audio was different, so like you didn't record what you needed to. It was whatever. Shivram, hello, or Shivam. Hi, thank you so much. I tried to build my own live stream downloader, but it wasn't auto-populating. Yeah, there's also, like, there's a few different tiers of it, right? Because there are, like, a few select things where, like, Resolve can read growing files, but, like, as they, like, grow as you've, like, dropped them into the media pool or something. The specific behavior of, like, previewing a file and just having it update in your viewer and then pulling clips, I haven't seen any other way to do that other than with the Blackmagic hardware. And like, it is really cool. And even like, I don't know, part of me thinks that like I could have like legitimately found success hard pivoting to just like being like a clipping channel. Not on my channel, but if I had like started a handful of channels, I think I could pull clips from a live stream faster, or in select instances as fast as like anyone out there. But that doesn't feel good, right? Like, I don't want to just pull stuff from other people, and even if they're okay with it, sort of like take their audience to do stuff. I want people to support what I'm doing, and that is tough in its own right. Do to know, what's up? Thank you so much for your very nice plugins. My favorite is the multi-zoom one. Really? I feel like no one has done multi-zoom. That was kind of like an experiment, which like I'm really happy like it worked. But like no one's... I'm shocked anyone ever used that one. I don't even think the video did great at first. Streamers. Oh, interesting, Alex. Yeah. I mean, I think that workflow, I'm not sure. After I posted some stuff about it, I got some like comments about like quite what Premiere can do. But I think the Resolve workflow for clipping could be pretty phenomenal. Like I would love to like do like a hard, or not a hard pitch, but like I would love to like try to convince more actual streamers. I think like larger streamers, if they want to clip their own stuff, I could get them set up to like do it real nice and handle it there. Yeah, I do. Should I call out the followers I see? Wait, is it in the? No, I see it in my activity feed, but not the chat window. But yeah, the Cobbler. Sakmedri also on Twitch. I kind of feel like for like all of the year, I guess if I'm streaming, there's no reason for me not to co-stream stuff. The cultural differences are kind of interesting, but yeah, especially like I didn't like make a big deal of it, but also like I am in the attempt to go of being full-time just with my channel and business. So like I took a break from my previous full-time gig at the end of last year, and that's, you know, had its like little highs and lows, and it's interesting, but it's still tough. So I don't know, there's just so many things I feel like I need to do, and that can be difficult. But yeah, we were gonna look at some of this stuff. I also might want to just take a swing at another idea I had. So who has anyone watched or seen the hype around the Netflix animated movie K-pop Demon Hunters? John Nielsen, hello, hello, and thank you for the happy birthday. Has anyone seen K-pop Demon Hunters? Because I have, and I like it a lot. Media effects. Horvath and do to know, thank you for the happy birthday. If you haven't seen, I put out a video about this. But in preferences, user UI settings, you have this option to use optimized UI layouts for vertical video. It is kind of an all or nothing thing right now. But if you like the vertical layout or like the traditional layout, even when you're in the horizontal, I meant. If you want it to be the way it was, or in other words, if you want it to be that horizontal layout, even in vertical comps, if you uncheck this, it will stay the same. This is like, okay, if it recognizes a vertical comp, shift those things around. That is the only way to get the full screen viewer, but it does change like the way your effects panel and media pool work over here. But you have this little checkbox to like toggle that on and off at least. So you got some options. Lanead, I think DaVinci just needs to do a whole update on the UI, make them fully customizable and adjustable like Premiere has. I have Tyler. Tyler, thank you so much. Thank you for the happy birthday. And thank you for showing up. You've been around for a while, Tyler. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's weird they're doing it in like bits while they do some stuff for the vertical viewer. Yeah, I mean, okay, about that. About UI stuff in Resolve. Wait, first, do to know, can you do voiceover in Resolve for the iPad? No, and I'm shocked. Because they added, I mean, even in the desktop version, let me hop over. In the cut page, they have this like new panel with like some really cool functionality and other stuff. That's not in the iPad version, which is interesting because like there are a few different ways. Like, I think I almost posted about it in the forum or like talked to like my one little contact guy, because I think that can be super useful on the iPad. You know, especially, hey, if you're in a cloud project and you want to do a voiceover, but like your desk is whatever, like if you have like a USB-C mic, plug it into the iPad, walk into like your closet with some blankets and stuff, and you got like a full booth like really quick. It could sync over the cloud and different stuff. And especially the cut page has this like teleprompter overlay thing that I think is super interesting, and that could be great on the iPad. I wouldn't be shocked if it comes eventually, but I was very surprised it wasn't there on launch. Especially, I don't even think like this, I don't even know if this like script file is, if this full functionality is here yet. Oh, but about Lanead with Resolve UI stuff. This is very interesting. Because yes, like you said, because in this update, we got this wild keyframes pop out. I don't have any keyframes, so this doesn't look good. This is pretty shocking to me. I used to be on, like, very firmly on that I don't think they would do it, and I didn't want them to do, like, full UI customization. Exalter, I thank you for whatever support that is. I don't think it's much support. But thanks. Twitch is interesting. Even, like, I was not even, like, streaming on Twitch. But like I was most active as a viewer on Twitch, you know, like 2017, 18. And so it's interesting, but hey, if there's people that want it there, maybe we'll give it to them there. Oh, what's this now? Is this still? Nah, it's fine. What are we looking at? Anyway. Best Korean, hello. Happy birthday. Here, hey, I'm hoping to be around for many more. Yeah, Twitch is interesting, but hey, if there's people there that would prefer to watch me there and I can multi-stream, no reason not to put them there. Whose birthday is it exactly? It is my birthday. And do I still have this copied and pasted? I do. It is my birthday. I'm 33, and if you use code I'm33 at sterlingsupply.co, you can get 33% off anything in the store. Maybe that's just for stream. Maybe that's just for today. I was thinking about sending out an email to the email list that I also don't do nearly enough with. Hey, all the cool people are 33. Oh, wait, I want to talk about UI stuff. I used to be on team. I don't think Resolve will ever give us that fully customizable UI. And I was pretty on team that, like, I didn't even, like, really want that. I stuck with my Korean, or not Korean, what? I stuck with my, thank you, the tawniest, hello. I stuck with the default, like, Premiere and After Effects layout for, like, years. Even when they changed the default, I went back to the old default. And especially the few times when I, like, needed to collaborate or hop on someone's system, like, it just gets messy, especially if you need to try to communicate on screen. I think there is legitimate value in a consistent UI. But then they gave us a little pop-out for this keyframes editor. And, okay, the thing that started to change my mind on that was actually more people talking about editing for vertical and more people talking about, like, multi-screen layouts. Because the second you have two screens, it makes much more sense that people would have much stronger opinions about what they would really like on two different screens. And maybe this keyframe editor is a move towards that. I don't know, like, what I would put, like, odds on that or anything are, but I think it's more likely now than I ever would have said it was before. Pipino, hello. Vertical layout on iPad does, well, I mean, we only have the cut page on iPad, right? Does that change? Oh, you're talking about, like, use it in vertical. Oh, interesting. Did you know it does that? Please set the iPad to landscape to continue to use DaVinci Resolve. I mean, that doesn't, like, surprise me, but I never see that. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. It doesn't even, like, try to do some funny stuff. I appreciate, Pipino, I appreciate all the effects and tutorials you make. Thank you so much. Oh, is there a... Maybe I should... I don't know. I'll mess with more stream stuff in general. I always say I want to stream more. But I don't know. It's different. But then again, videos have sort of felt like they are quickly diminishing, like, the value or the return on the effort for those. I don't know. YouTube can be difficult. But Final Cut has the vertical feature or something else. Anyway, wait. I asked about K-pop Demon Hunters. Has anyone watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Because I want to take a swing at creating some effects from a lyric video of a song from there. They're kind of, not really. I was going to say they're kind of proto adjacent, but they're not really. Ooh, one of them is very adjacent to, the sort of, like, Starfield, like, particle text effect I did a while ago. One of those is really similar to that, which is pretty cool. Paul says, I've thought about live streaming, editing clients' work. Oh, yeah. I would feel weird about doing it for clients. Or, I mean, like, depending on the clients and depending whether they were down with it and stuff, that's fine. But let's check some stuff out. Hopefully this doesn't get super sniped for copyright. But, okay, so there's a song from that. And it has this really slick little... Let me turn this down a bit. That. It's subtle and slick, but just like the pop of it. And like it's all off the same timing animation for each individual line, so it wouldn't be that bad. I can show off, you know, like publishing of all the individual. The S text has this outline feature now. Oh, like it's, I dig it, and I think it'd be a pretty fun little tutorial. Oh, and then also, let's see how long it takes. We got normal stylized stuff, but once they're like sorta. Oh, like this. That stuff. Where it's particles that build up the text. I have straight done that effect. And I think it's this one, if I want to do this from scratch again, that's a little more involved. But just this, like, really the key is the outline controls on the SText node. Or in the shape system with that now. Because, like, the timing of that... Can I... Nope. How do you go frame by frame on YouTube? The timing of each of these individual lines are the same. So that like length slider and then position slider, that's all it is. Those animations, you just connect up. And then even like some go this way, some go that way. Instead of different animations for those, I would just... just like draw them in different directions, and then they'll animate in different directions, because that's, you know, how that works. So you got the S text with the outline, and then just like S polygon lines all together. Oh, actually, Jake, is that, if this was all in a shape system? Could a single S outline do that? Oh, maybe it could, but it wouldn't look the way I want it to, because the S text needs an outline, but the S polygon, I don't want to push through the S outline, because then it will go on each side of that. What am I missing? The greater than and less than? But point being, I don't want to push this S polygon through the S outline, because then it like does the double up things. All of the text, yeah. Yeah, so actually, it's so fast, but it's like so effective. But I believe it does the full draw on and then push. Oh, actually. How would I need that? Oh, for frames. You're right. Oh, this works. The length slide on and push slide off works for polygon, but not for this outline, because it's already full. So I would need to like draw on and then maybe push off as I do something. I would need to experiment. But also, it's so quick that like, you got some options. But like, it's so just that like pulse, right? And it's just like the simple glow on top of it. It's just the lines going different ways. It's like really effective. Spencer, thank you so much for the happy birthday. Thank you for hopping in. I don't think I responded to your comment about the ResolveCon video, but it's very encouraging to see people who do cool stuff supporting your cool stuff. So thank you so much, Spencer. ResolveCon's gonna be great. There's always like a fun, like the chat is always a fun spot to be. If we can't be in person, I'll settle for all the cool people hanging out in chat. It was so cool when it was in person. Oh my gosh. You know PJ? I've asked him what I should say and I still don't remember what he said. He runs the amazing channel, lots of like AMV stuff. He like was at the last ResolveCon that was in person, and like I had no idea who was showing up. So it was like, hey, I'm this person. I was like, I know you are. Especially because he isn't on camera in his videos. Like people you know from online and like finally seeing them live, it's so trippy. Because like you do feel like you kind of know someone. Like when I just like met like Alex, like Mr. Alex Tech for the first time, it's like, yeah, like that's Alex. Except like there's a little extra of like, oh, except like he's like a real person standing there now. But it's like, yeah, but like I know Alex. Yeah, Jake, that's a bummer. It's like, gosh, I hope, right? I hope one day, especially because I haven't. It was live for 2 years. 2 years? But 22 and 23? Yeah, 22 and 23. And then 23 was also the year that I went out to NAB. So like seeing people at NAB and then like seeing people at ResolveCon, it was so sick. And like I haven't done an in-person event since. Spencer, those 2 years, it was in Eugene, Oregon, and then in Portland, which is out where like Casey's company is. So like they were like the big organization stuff, and like they figured out all of that. And it was just in like 2 different like hotel things. Yeah, Jake, I would love to come out to NAB again. If I don't know, it was more, I don't know, business, money, who knows how anything will go. Anyway, Zara, thank you so much for the happy birthday. And JT, thank you for the happy birthday. It is. I'm going to be hanging out with my sister later. We're going to have dinner and then find something to do. It's going to be pretty fun. I went out and got a donut for breakfast at this fun little donut place. And Frank, thank you for the happy birthday. Anyone hopping in, since it is in the title, we're doing a fun little, let me get some like music and stuff up. Promo code I'm33 at sterlingsupply.co. If there's anything you've been like holding out on a little sale from, 33% off of everything at sterlingsupply.co. So of course, dozens of free presets and plugins there as well. But if you want to grab some of the paid stuff, we're doing a sale, because why not? Do I want to actually keep going with this? Maybe. I'm new to DaVinci Resolve community, and I'm very happy to come across your channel. Thank you so much, Zara. So every plugin is $33. Yes, no more free presets. Every preset and plugin is now $33. Zara, thank you so much. I'm very happy you came across my channel. My channel sits in a really interesting spot. Whereas, like, you know, I've been doing it for over 5 years now. I have lots of videos. I have lots of like resources and stuff. But I've never, like, you wanna see a graph? Like, my shifting over to like YouTube side of things now, like, my growth has been of the slow and steady sort. Lifetime, like, still tremendously off of like search, But like, that's my channel. Like, just keep going. It's like, I think the point being, I think I sit at a really interesting place in the Resolve community where like I've never quite popped off on YouTube. And so I think that results in like, I think my general community is like pretty healthy. I think like relative engagement for my size is really healthy. I think, you know, depending on the waves and how much I'm pushing out new products, even like that like revenue side of things for my channel is probably in a good relative position overall. But like that doesn't super, even though I'm getting up there, it's not quite. I feel like I still have slightly outsized impact and reach and maybe a little bit of like community standing relative to my size, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not sure. I am pleased. I am immensely gratified when I occasionally hear some. Oh, it is JT. That's funny. I didn't do anything for 69, but I'm coming up on 69 420. That's pretty. Oh, I might need to do something. I am always immensely gratified when my name gets mentioned in a sentence with other people who I think are amazing and killing it, and like, needless to say, have bigger numbers. Paul, I like how you simple you make things seem, and the shorter duration of your videos is nice. Great. Thank you. Gosh, speaking of like the YouTube side of things, like if I could just make like relatively like boring, you know, just like super straightforward like tutorials, I would love to just do that. But like, I don't know what the place for those on YouTube like really is anymore. It's tough. Like I feel like the worst part about YouTube is that it turns everyone like into a YouTuber of like, you need to play the YouTube game because like everything can flow out of that. Like I have dozens of products on my site, both free and paid. So I could keep making things and try to like make money from my existing audience. But if I can dramatically increase the size of my audience and drive them to work I've already done, that seems like it could be really nice. But hey, it's hard. So in the meantime, we're doing other stuff. Oh, let me actually pull up, as we were looking with some of this other stuff, if anyone hasn't seen my little Starfield title, this is the rig for that. Maybe we'll walk through this pretty quick. Ooh, with the built-in transition. This even has the sweeping transition this way, which the lyric video didn't have. Lyric video just sort of like fades up those particles. Man, this was so sick when this came together. This was fun. And even let's even preview it in 3D. Where are we at? This merge. It's like just like actual. Man, it's cool. Every once in a while, I get reminded of something I did like 4 years ago, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Or I just like scroll through presets and I'm like, wow. I mean, these are all text. These don't really count. Titles are whatever. Some fun stuff in generators. Meme effects, speed lines. Man, speed lines was so simple, but just like, boom. You want speed lines? Boom, speed lines. Hey, Casey. Thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you. Birthday's going great so far. Streams are one of those things. I mean, as hard as it is to like, you know, when you're in that zone of like, I need to record a video, the hardest part is actually like pressing record, you know? It's like another level up for like streaming. Of like, I always have a good time streaming, but it's just of like, like, do I want to press the button? But, can you make that Netflix effect combined with this 3D location? Which Netflix effect? Because I have one of my other titles, if you haven't seen. Also, I don't know how to get better at talking about the wide variety of things I have already done. This one, this smooth 3D text. Like that's great. That's killer. I made this one a free. I assume I gave this away as a free preset. Yeah. Hey, How To Hub, the blinking cursor effect. Thank you so much. That was also a really fun one to throw together. I learned some, like, a really niche system that, like, made that one possible. And, like, it's super slick. That was also, if you have any issues with that, please email me. Because that was a preset I made and put out. And I don't know whether an update broke it or something. But, like, it was, like, over a year after I put it out that someone commented to me like, hey, like, this doesn't, like, super, like, work the way you showed off. And then I revisited it, and it was, like, massively broken. And I was like, like, I don't want people buying things that, like, don't work the way. But also, like, people have different issues and resolve it. So just let me know if you have any issues with that, of course, or any preset. Sometimes I'm not great at email, but most of the time, like, if something broken like that, I can get back to it. Oh, and Frank Reactions, I have to agree, you take very advanced things in Fusion and make them understandable. Awesome. Fusion is great, and even though Fusion is still, of course, relatively niche talking about resolve stuff, like, I for sure want to, I would love to exclusively focus on cool Fusion stuff, but I don't quite, but I want people to watch my videos. that's the drama, or that's the tension. Oh, sorry. What'd you say? Text. Yeah, what's the Netflix effect combined with the 3D? Yeah, this one? Oh, wait, no. Good plan, stick with it. It's a longevity game. I mean, it's a longevity game, but also, like, acceleration matters, right? It's a longevity game, but, like, you saw this little guy. Wait, what even tab is this? Like, here's how we go so far. Even if I keep up at this rate, which it could very well, like, flatline or die, like, in order to get to where I want to be, I can't stay linear, right? I gotta figure out some stuff. I think YouTube Shorts is probably going to be part of that. I need to lean into that a lot more. But, you know, just consistently upload. You have a good format. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I know Relatively is a part of that. Like, I'm very happy for how I've come so far, and it's all a matter of, like, I'm super thankful, and, like, I try my best not to get down by those 9 and 10 out of 10 videos that I think are cool and that no one wants to watch. Whatever you do, I will continue to be on YouTube. I think there's probably a better balance of, like, figuring out what works to actually support the channel. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Next video, which I've already recorded, is just, like, 5 super quick text effects. They are, like, extremely bare bones. So, like, some of you, if you know any, like, Fusion or even, like, some of the included text presets, it's not going to be anything special. But it's, like, 5 super bare bones text things that you can do in just a few clicks. Like the text in video, or, like, how to circle your text, or showing off the new text box, or shading elements to make an underline thing. It's a really quick video. We're going to see how that goes. Just like hey, here's 5 cool resolve things. We're going to see how that goes. I have an outline for a video of, like, another top 5, but it's, like, a top 5 general things that new resolve users, like, will miss out on. Like, actually understanding the database and, like, project file systems, understanding the render cache, understanding backups and autosaves and the different kind of those. And then that one's going to end on talking about, like, the landscape for presets and templates. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. We're all still exploring, but you know, hopefully some fun stuff. Yeah, Cobbler. Yeah, I could very do that like that. Which, like, it's funny because, like, the Starfield effect is just like the inverse of that other sort of particle effect. But I would probably keep it as close to the lyric video. Hey, Paul, thank you so much for hopping in. Thank you for saying that. Oh, and also Ashwin, I missed you. Premiere Pro guy here. This all looks overwhelming. The Fusion page is where you go to get overwhelmed, but it's not that bad. This one is bad. This one is bad. So is that one. But there's simple stuff out there. Wait, where's yeah, this one isn't bad. You got fast noise lines. You bend them around. You use that as a mask so you can color it. And then you just mask out the middle. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, wait. Whatever you... Oh, wait. Oh, Frank, sorry I missed your reaction. I'm doing a thing to, like, send chat over. And it sent a little GIF, but not that it was like a super chat deal. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, supporting the channel. That's incredibly kind. Thank you so much. I also it's about probably about time I do another general just like walkthrough of all my presets, or especially all my free presets. I got to do those videos every once in a while. Just to keep some momentum there. Let me try to do... Oops. And even if the Starfield one looks complex, it's a lot of nodes that essentially do the same thing. That is true. Let's open that back up. The Starfield one is funky because so these lines here, I'm masking them, but I pretty much have like 5-6 copies of the same thing, with blurs doing some funky other stuff. All this is for like masking. All this is for actually creating those. So for each like size of these dots, like small dots, large dots, dots of slightly different colors and stuff, or like density of the dots, I pretty much had to do another duplication. So it's not like, yeah. There's a fair amount of things where it's like, okay, if you can figure out one line of things, Pabs, what is the free Sterling effect? Because they are all Sterling effects. And there are dozens of free ones, but if there's a specific thing, I don't know. You know what? Let me share this out. So I wanted to connect a shape to endpoint the length path and animate it so it always follow the path. Ooh, that is interesting. And that is something that is still kind of broken, but easier. Oh, what do you want to attach? Attach a shape. Is the shape you want to attach something you can create in the shape system? Like if this was the line, could it be this star that you wanted to just like follow the path? Okay, an arrow, cool. So I can just make that star the 3 points, right? So if an arrowhead, you want to follow the line, right? I believe if you attempt, you run into issues with easing. So that's your thing. That's the easing side. This is easier in the shape system is what I'm trying to say. So the thing you need to do, because like this draw path, right? You do have that length slider, but the funky thing that you kind of need to work around is that instead of a point data, you have this X and Y offset. So what you actually need to do is add a control called like point. I want that to be a point, and then that's okay. We are adding that as a custom control. Oh, do I need to make that visible? Stop that. That's not what I wanted to do. Point. I want view control to be this, input to be offset. Okay. So now we've got this point control, and I think the easiest way is to add expressions here. Point dot. Oh wait, not width. I want X offset. Point dot X. Point dot Y. And you have to zero at this point. By default, it will make it 0.5, but actually inside the shape system, center is 0.0. So this is important because now on this point, you can make it a path. Okay? Let me make sure I'm doing that. And that gives you this displacement slider, which you can remove that the keyframe on that by default. Because then on this S polygon, you have that shape sort of saved there. So if I come to this S star, that path, I can connect to S polygon 2 polyline. And where we set that, where we change that coordinate space, again, you kind of need to set the center to 0 to 0. And hey, now it's at the beginning of that path. And so this displacement, if you now slide this, it moves along that path. So, also on that polygon, if you either animate it with anim curves or set manual keyframes on this length, set a keyframe down here, and then come forward to the end and pull that length back up, even if you hop in to that length and add some easing, even crank up that easing, because you have since animated that. Where are we at? We're over here. Because you have animated that now adds it to that connect menu on the path we have over here. So this displacement, moved it along that path, but now that I've animated the, oh wait, did I not? Oh yeah. Now that I've animated that path, we can use that same animation on this displacement, connect to S polygon 2 length. And oh wait, I forgot we changed this. When did this undo this? Okay, I think we can also fix this. Maybe, we'll see if we can fix this. So now, as that line animates, it also pushes, we can even like really pull this down. As that line animates, it also pushes that shape. Problem 1. Even with the easing, it like follows along pretty well. Problem 2. This angle. I believe... Path. Yes, this is built in. This is built in. Okay, so that path that we put on this star, it looks at the path of the line it's connected to. So now on the angle for this triangle, if we right click, we can connect to path 1 heading, and boom, it snaps up. And as this animate, it stays synced. Where as it draws on, it looks at the curve of the line it's drawing on and perfectly snaps that over. A lot of this stuff is still available outside of the shape system. So like if you wanted like a custom icon, it would actually be a little easier because on like the standard transform effect, you're already dealing with a point data here. But the reason I did this in the shape system is that outside of the shape system, you get a little bit of like desync on heavily curved shapes. Like that something in the math of like drawing on that line and pushing your shape along a path, there's a little bit of desync if you're using like heavy curves or like heavy easing on your animation. So if you can generate whatever shape you want to push along inside the shape system, it'll work very well. If you need to do something outside of the shape system, most of the time you can still finagle it using this exact same setup, but you're gonna have to finagle it a bit more and work on it and stuff. It's, you know, it's back and forth. But it's pretty cool to show off. Thanks for suggesting it, Cobbler. Oh, Caesar, you got some findings about this? Maybe outside of the shape system? This was something someone else. Maybe it was Wampus looked at this a little while ago and found some stuff. I haven't really revisited this in like years. So something could have updated. Yeah, Cobbler. Yeah, that was pretty fast, but there's some fun stuff there. Garnison, hello. Scape, thank you so much for the happy birthday. Also, as someone who is about to release his first macro pack, what would you say you recommend you look out for? You're like, I don't know, being available for feedback, making sure you've understood what you need to about DRFX and making it really easy on the end user. The small touches like making custom thumbnails in a DRFX is super nice. One thing I've only done a handful of times but should have done the entire time is you can actually like make a button in your macro that will like launch a web page to your channel or something. That's super nice, and I've like almost never done it. Mr. Alex Tech is much better at that than I am, but Peter and everyone watching, I started editing in DaVinci Resolve 2 months ago. Valorant shorts, awesome. Good for old transitions and presets. If you're doing short form stuff, I have some short form like straight up presets that you can customize and save for like simple layout options. It could be a big workflow help. Oh, Caesar, you are right. You are right. That's the thing. That's the thing. Is that it's yes, that's the issue. Is it wants to do some path stuff in a square aspect ratio. So if you can account for it there, I think you're in the clear. You're totally right. Black Tom, do the slots transitions still work? They absolutely should. If you're running into issues, please let me know or email me. If you've already emailed me, sorry. I know some things have slipped recently. Can't Stop Lion, thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes. Thanks a lot. Those are good tips. You got it. You got it. And Garnison. Hey, PJ. We were just talking about you. And I said how I say your name both times every time, even though you just started editing. As in, you've been editing for 3 days straight. That's what you mean. Your current session began 3 days ago, right? Thank you, Horvath, for liking those presets. Sorry, I should have... let me see if the cord is around, because I can move my chat over to this, which I know would be better. Yeah, fired. Oh, sorry, can't stop lying. That's... oh, wait. But, Peach, I say your name both times every time. Do you have a preference? But also, we were talking about you earlier, because I was talking about how I was excited for ResolveCon, and, like, everyone's going to be in chat, but, like, it's not going to be quite as good as when it was in person. And, like, you were the surprise at the last ResolveCon. Where it's like, you were just there. And it was incredible. Let me see if I can get the cord to get my teleprompter working. Let's see if this breaks something. Oh, so far so good. I don't know if I can pop. Anyway, this is how I'm streaming. Yeah, that can maybe be okay. I don't know if I can pop out the chat. That would be really nice. But I don't believe I can. Can I stretch this way? I can. Oh, that might be all right. Okay, now I can look at you while I'm talking. I don't have a preference. I was at the last one in person. Yeah. I mean, you lucked out, not saving it for another year. Hopefully one day. Next year. I even put off both years. I even put off, like, I've still never been out to the coast. I've been to Oregon twice, but didn't make the extra little journey out. So if I get another chance, I will not let it down. Oh, yeah, but we were showing off some fun stuff. Oh, let me show you the little teaser I did. Have you, and also anyone new in chat, an upcoming video is going to be a tutorial for of an effect, maybe one, maybe two effects from a lyric video. Has anyone seen the movie on Netflix, animated K-pop Demon Hunters? The internet loves it, and I love it too. But in the lyric video, there's a real slick little thing that I think I want to show off. Path. Yeah, Cobbler, were you trying? That's another thing. I believe it updates better inside the shape system, but maybe not. I picked up the edit page masks and tracking on edit page, but subtitles. Birthday, Horvath, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, hey, for as simple as edit page masking is, I still think it's like so valuable. Like that might be like actual one of the most valuable things like I've done. Did not expect to become. Yeah, I like adore. Oh. K-pop Demon Hunters. Anyway, it's great. Have not. Oh yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun. It's gorgeous. It's like such a tight 90 minutes that it's like, it's great. Anyway, in the lyric video, there's a later thing that is like very like this. That's very like my text Starfield tutorial I did a while ago, where I like really want to. This is, yeah, okay. Didn't want to mix it up. Whereas like this is something I could very easily do. But earlier, there's this really slick. that, ooh, it's like so clean, but like really effective. And I know exactly how I would do it, but it's just like, that's going to be fun to show off. Because I'm even going to be able to show off some like publishing and connecting and stuff. Because each individual line is animating at the same pace. But because they have different lines, and yeah, it does have a really good glow. I would need to double check that like I can do a basic glow that will be as good. Or maybe I thought about maybe doing like an early tease of some proto stuff. Man, something like, for how simple it's like, it's just like really effective, right? It's slick, and I like it a lot. Even in some places later, they just do the more just simple draw on text. So like I would probably start with that. Like the few times where it's just like draws on using the shape S outline system. But it's really slick. It's fun. I haven't done a I haven't done a straight like recreating an effect tutorial in a while. So that sort of got me back going for it. Asking why. Hello from India. You are like teacher to my editing journey. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. Asking why. Like we were talking earlier about, YouTuber woes and everything, but like it is always like super encouraging, and like it is crazy that like I know people are watching my videos all over the world. That's crazy. And like I know the videos I make to be helpful. So yeah. Thank you so much. That's very encouraging. Yeah, so we were looking... Where were we looking at some of that? Oh, down here. I was doing some simple. I didn't actually do that much there. Oh, I was looking at another thing. This is the current state of Proto V3. I haven't done that much with the actual like look of it yet. A lot of the work... Oh, Jake, has been me doing some of this stuff. Doing the on change dance, where I've got a handful of different switches and stuff. So now in one version of Proto, you can choose any of the built-in shapes, and the idea with this dropdown will also change those controls on like the labels, so you only see like the specific the next step, which I probably actually do after I do some bare bones packaging up, is this will also toggle the visible controls in the macro, so you don't need so I have all these different sources, but you don't need to like toggle all down. You understand. But I have all these bare bone shapes, and then even a few like of custom polys that you can draw on right in the viewer. But then I'm also building in a loader, dragging in from the media pool, or using the background on the edit page. Horvath, thank you so much. That's what I was talking about. Like, that's incredible that some people put me in that sentence. I put Jake Whip in that sentence. Yeah, it's interesting. Man, there's so much interesting stuff about the Resolve community. And like people's different strengths and whatever. Daniel Batal's done great stuff. I like Daniel. I cannot help but be a little salty that he did what I should have done. It's like, yeah, I should have seen things coming. I should have gone ham into shorts. I talked about going ham into shorts a long time ago, and I did not. But who knows? I'm gonna do more shorts, but it's the kind of thing I'm gonna do. I need to dive in further, because I have gotten comfortable with this level of stuff where it's like, okay, change this control to this on when this happens, or like look here and do this with it. What I need to get comfortable with is, you know, like changing those parameters, right? Like changing the visibility of labels, or like changing, you know, like that sort of stuff. Because that's like the next level for me. And that's the stuff that uses a little bit more, right? Because I'm slowly shifting over my general expression knowledge into this slightly different system. And some of the small like syntax stuff, you know, keeps tripping me up. But yeah, Resolve's fun. Resolve's fun. Oh, wait. But yeah, I'm doing the background. And then what cause not like a weak part, but like something I tried to make work that never really worked is in the last version of Proto. I tried to do like a Fusion standalone version, and like that just made things complicated. So what I'm gonna do in this version, it's gonna be an edit page generator. It will live in this dropdown, but once it's all packaged up, I'm gonna have an extra open input right here. And in this source dropdown, you'll be able to choose custom fusion, and at that point, you plug your mask or your image or whatever you want into this one open input, and it will be piped through correctly. Whether you want an extra outline, whether you want some extra like masking controls built into Proto, that's how I am bridging this gap. Is just that like, it's going to be one tool. It's going to have these built-in options. It's going to have built-in like edit page options of, do you want to do a loader, your media pool clip, or your background? And then it has a extra option specifically if you want to use this effect inside the Fusion page as part of any larger tool. So I think I'm pretty happy with that sort of coming together as one tool. I think that'll work pretty slick. There's some people I want to reach out to some fun stuff they've done for the arrow. Looks nice. Yeah, that's pulling in from just this loader. I've got different options for like comping this over the original image as well. Ooh, I'm building in a tracker as well. So you'll be able to preview a tracker of like your edit page to like, and then like run a track and then copy it back over. I don't think there'll be too many extra tools like that. Thank you, JT. Thank you, Cobbler. I think you can put an emperor on an input control. Interesting, Peach. Does it have like a disconnect option? There are a few things that like I need to send another email to everyone I can send an email to, like of just the silly things, like loaders. If you use a loader in a macro, do you know what they should be able to do? It should have another green input to where every loader and every media in node that you set to media pool, so you can publish this clip name, you know, if you use a loader or a media pool, these nodes should have an extra input that they use whenever whenever they're otherwise broken, whenever like nothing else is attached to them or it's erroring out. You should be able to like very quickly patch in your temp media. There are ways to do it afterwards. I know it's funky, but there are ways to do it afterwards, like, you know, that dissolve node, and you can sort of like, if this is broken, do this thing. But it should be built into both loaders and media in nodes, a temp media like path. That would be really nice, because even some effects you want to build around that. Some effects like you want to build around like media that you drop in, it just like errors out on default because nothing is connected. Yeah. That's something I brought up when I was live at NAB, and I'll try to reconnect people. Extrixie, hey, thank you so much. And Legit Pop, multi-streaming. I am multi-streaming with Meld. I use the defaults, and then Twitch didn't like that, so I bumped down to 6K. I'm not getting any like. Everything is saying it's like healthy on their end, so I think they're handling it all right. And I mean, like, I'm just doing like software stuff, so my I don't need all them bits. Peach, you wanna know the one thing, not the one thing, another thing that I would, was I doing it? Oh, I think I cleared out some of my test files for a while. I did. I cleared out some of these. Do you know the live draw effect that's in Final Cut Pro for the iPad? Where you can like draw something and then it will like animate back? Okay. I was building a preset to do that in Resolve. Because there's some like really interesting stuff. Because we have a paint node. And so like you can just like draw, right? And by default this stroke duration is set to 1. But if you go to the next one, or somewhere else here, Meld, just because it was a little easier to do multi-streaming, and like I want to get familiar with it. They're talking about some interesting video editing stuff. So as a Twitch streamer now, I'm expecting some overlays, transitions, and alerts. Like me using them on my stream, or me making them. I started with like Twitch graphics. A lot of my first stuff was like Twitch graphics. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I might do more. So there is a way to do onion skinning, I thought, built into this tool, but like, oh wait, do this. Oh wait, here. Clone. Is this it? There was somewhere else I'm able to do that on. But anyway, like this, and then like, oh, okay. You can do this sort of like bare bones cell animation, and even this like stroke duration, you can do it as long as you want. And it's just in this overlay, right? And this paint node, all it has to be set is to this multi-stroke option. So I created this like temp effect. I wonder if I could find it anywhere else. What did I call it? I didn't call it paint, did I? Draw. Oh, probably not that. Let's see if this installs. So, I like rigged this up as an edit page effect. But while it can kind of work, this edit page, did I do it as a generator? Draw test. Oh, I did do it as an effect. Let me, okay, whatever, we'll draw on this. Oh yeah, you need to do that. You needed to click over here. Shoot, maybe that wasn't it. Oh, no, maybe that was it, and I just froze it. Johan, hello. Let's see if Resolve fixes itself. Nope. Maybe it didn't even like that. But we'll try it again and give it another second to think. Hey Patrick, I've been watching you for the past few months. I just graduated and I'm right now trying to learn how to make a show reel and use nodes faster. Show reel? That's hilarious, Jake. Show reel? I don't know. Always trim more. Keep it super snappy. That's harder. Using nodes faster, I think is just raw. Also, it might not have liked that I was in the cloud folder or cloud project. Using nodes faster, I think it's raw hours in the program and just getting familiar with it. I don't think I have any like super hard baked tips. That's not even the thing I would want. Okay, now if I hop in here, nope. Now if I hop in here, let's see what happens. I click this and I click over here. Oh, look, now we have these controls. Fusion hotkeys, that's nice. That's good. Yeah, especially if you're like clicking through even to get nodes. If you're not basic. Okay, check this out. On the edit page, I go to this Fusion overlay. We have these controls now. Where I can... Oh, see? It's even like really slow here. Now it thinks my mouse is down here. But the other things are working. Now, look, I'm like drawing. I let go and then it draws. This stroke is also set to 1. If I go forward, it does the entire thing. And then, oh, look. And then that even like bugs out then. So I have 1. Oh, and then if I go back, then it shows the entire thing. But like, it's not smooth updating this aspect in the UI. When like, I would at least need that to be smooth. But if this works, then boom, we're on the edit page. You can have like frame by frame draw on animation. And like, you can have this stroke last longer. You could do other stuff with it. You've got options. But like, even that alone, even if I don't want this like softness here. But like, even if you were showing off how cool this was, and you come to scroll this down, or scroll this down. Wait. Zoom. Even if I reset this, do you think I'll need to hop back in? I do need to hop back in. But oh wait, not that way. Hop in here. Click this. Let it think. I would love to have that drawn animation. I love how Final Cut Pro did it. Yeah. It's, oh, there we go. So on top of those issues, we also got this issue. This is one very niche thing of like Fusion. There are a handful of areas where like the way you need to interact with a tool using the viewer interface in Fusion, or the viewer overlay, lots of those ways that doesn't translate to the edit page very nice. And for an effect like that, if that was just smooth like it is in the Fusion, you could build a really slick tool, especially that if that tool then lived on the iPad, you could very easily go every few frames. Oh, are we light mode now? That on the iPad, on the cut page, just like there is a way to get onion skinning. I'm not super sure. I think that's also just like an overlay setting. But like that could be a really cool, useful effect. But it like not if it doesn't work. Duh. Random help, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the happy birthday. Anyone else hopping in? We are celebrating the birthday. Oh wait, let me do this here instead. Got to go. Horvath, thank you so much for hopping in. Oh wait, what did I copy instead of the thing? Anyone else who is new? It's my birthday. I'm 33, and you can use the code I'm 33 at Sterling Supply Co. Maybe that's just as long as the stream is live. Maybe I leave that through tonight. I mean, the stream isn't going to be public after I end. I don't do that. So I don't know who would see this otherwise. So I might leave it up through the night. Maybe I'll also tweet about it. I'm bad at sharing things like that. Could be more of a modifier thing. Zam, thank you so much. And Stevie. Yeah, Stevie. No way, I'm 33 too. We have so much in common. Thank you so much. Lots of new faces I've never seen before. I mean, I'm actually curious now. Like, the last 5 years blur together like crazy. I've been making YouTube videos for over 5 years. Crazy. But I'm curious. It took me a little to get into streaming, but then I had like a fairly consistent sort of like streaming season. I would like to do it more. You know, it's just hard to... Actually, there's no reason I should do it more. But, you know, it's all these things. It's hard to value, like, return on your time. It's tough. Cobbler, 34, Strange Wheels, yeah. Been watching your guides for a few years. The packs you've given away. Yeah, Man, everything's a pro and con. Because I'm very happy to have been able to give away so much. But I probably should have given away less for free. Like, I see the dozens of people that grab dozens of free presets on my website every day. And, like, that's great. And then they just, like, never buy a $5 preset either. Plenty of people do. It tells me, like, how many times a single person has downloaded something from the site. So a lot of times I'll see someone purchase a paid product, and I could go and see that, like, 5 times previously they've downloaded a free product. And, like, that's really good to see. That's the idea. But when people just, you know, download 30 free presets and then peace out. Meh. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Brian, thank you so much. That's so encouraging. And Road Reality. What's my Taco Bell order? 1 Crunchwrap Supreme and 1 chicken quesadilla. We're good to go. Sometimes nacho fries. I was just reminiscing about Taco Bell stuff because we did like homemade Crunchwrap Supremes. And so I was talking with my brother-in-law about like the golden age of like Doritos Locos Tacos and like the different volcano stuff they had, or the period in time where they had the taco where the shell was just fried chicken, and I got those all the time. They were so good. I think those also had like volcano sauce on them. Random help, you watch the streams but don't always comment. Hey, hopefully I'll do more streams for you to watch. Understandable. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. I want to make a living, says Hope Edits, out of video editing. Do you have any advice? How to get connections? No, because like I don't really do that. The video editing I got paid to do was more like corporate, sort of like go find a place to work at. I used to think I could never work for myself because in my mind that was exclusively like finding individual clients to edit for. And like that sounds awful. I couldn't do that. So like that's the tough side of it for sure, because even outside of editing, like that's a giant skill set. Let me toss up something on screen. Why are we looking at an empty Fusion page? What's going on here? Let's look at some Proto at least. But I would say I'd say go ham making as much stuff as you can. Like short form is great for like churning through lots of work. But like getting comfortable with workflows, staying organized with media and projects. Like I'm so into like staying organized. I have my folder structure for each individual YouTube video and stuff. So I don't know if I have that much good advice. Make lots of stuff now, and then as much as you can specialize. That's probably good too. Leah? Yeah. That's why you got to keep the good ones at a cost. But not much more than coffee. Yeah, I don't know. I have a good selection now, I feel like, of like those $5 to $15 ones, honestly, I need high ticket items. I have my idea for like my version of a course that I'm very excited about. It's just like complex and gonna be tough to make happen, but that's no excuse. I should have already done it. But like I need high ticket items. I don't need more $5 presets. Doom, I don't know what's up, but that's at least not something we need. You just sold a $10 preset? Is that you just picked up? You just bought a $10 preset? Thank you, reactions. Yeah, some people have shared what they picked up. If anyone picks up something using that promo code, I would love to hear about it. Santhanu, thank you so much. Hello, hello. The fried chicken shell tacos. They're like, yeah, they were so good. I am a Taco Bell defender, and proudly so. Oh, random help I missed. I've gotten lots of your free presets, then found myself getting the paid ones too after a few months. That's incredible. Like thank you so much. That like does actively support me and like means a ton. That's the other thing about doing lots of like relatively low ticket presets. Cobbler, you are also completely correct. I have an entire chunk of like my website needs so much work. Yes, that has been a big chunk that I've actively been neglecting, and I have no reason to. I need to, like, especially when I can do like custom gifts for each of them. It's, it's just not what I want to do, but definitely what I need to do. But you are correct. I need to work like with a designer in some regard. You're right, they need love. New to Resolve, your presets really helped me get started. Thank you so much. That's so encouraging. That's so kind. Thank you, thank you. That's why I do it. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Yeah, hop back here. Oh, let me look at this at least. We were showing off some future of Proto V3. Some organization going on here that I am pretty into. Not some small tweaks. Actually, you want to know a silly thing that's like my fault? When Proto 2 came out and I brought in Tintensity, even at the time, I used an outdated version of Tintensity. So like I didn't get quite the flexibility, and in a few scenarios I used some like defaults that I don't think looked as good, and like so I think there will be some instances where like even like the raw blur glow effects we can really ramp these up. Let me make it here. But yeah, more Proto. Man, there are several like adjacent things to Proto. I use Xglow. Yeah, I've seen some of that. Also, happy birthday. Thank you. I will say Mura and hope that is okay. Thank you so much. I'm having a pretty chill birthday. My birthdays are always pretty chill. I'm a chill birthday guy. But thank you so much. Oh, for some Proto stuff? Yeah. We've got lots of different control options. We're doing fun stuff there. The layout of the actual controls will be much better. The glow will be better. We're going to have a built-in tracker. I'm not sure about different like background options, but I haven't done too much work itself in like the different preset styles. That will definitely be like the last major thing, because those are like things you get set up after you have the main effect built. But hopefully we'll be able to add some really cool things. There were some different like systems I saw from other Resolve creators for like quickly making presets of stuff that I might try to ask for some help with. I have a problem with subtitles in newest Resolve, says Frank. If I drop an animated preset and then change the subtitle, it somehow gets doubled. I haven't seen that. I've seen a fair amount of miscellaneous preset issues, or animated subtitle issues, I mean. So I hope, you know, those are getting addressed where they need to on the team. I was so shocked how quickly we got the full release of 20 to where, like, okay, like now I'm at like, what now what are they doing? The question is, how big of a release are they aiming for IBC, right? Like, is the goal to have 2 decent chunky releases every year? There's a sale on? There is a sale on, Homer. Right on here. Nope, not that. Right on. I got it. It's my birthday. I'm 33, so if you use code I'm 33 at checkout, 33% everything off. That's maybe that was too much. I just like things like that. 33% off is pretty chunky. I think most of my default sales will maybe be like 20 to 25. But hey, it's my birthday, and I want to do more sales in general. And I have unlimited inventory because my presets are digital. Anyway, thank you so much for hopping in, Homer. If you check out something and see something you want, absolutely. Also, not recommendations. And not encouragements. Suggestions are always open. If there's like a preset, an effect, a plugin that you think that you would love, that you would use all the time, or that other people would love, let me know. Because sometimes the really simple, useful stuff isn't that hard to throw together. I was showing off something simple like speed lines. I love this speed lines effect, and it's so simple. And for the right people, this would be crazy useful. The mask I got, you know. Yeah, my 100th birthday coupon. Yeah, will be crazy. I'm still on 18.6. I haven't run into some of the issues I've seen reported. But also, I don't know, I in general have relatively niche workflows. Like, my videos aren't that crazy. Like, I don't have crazy tons of stuff going on. I'm not in a position to actually run into a lot of the general bugs. I haven't run into things. So, you know, I don't know. I would love to have more plugins like presets plugins for Resolve the CRT. You want to? Hope, let me send you over to his YouTube channel. Have you ever seen any videos or plugins from Akascape? He does incredible work. Like, highly stylized stuff. He has a VHS one. He has some... Oh, actually his new one... Oh, that's a tutorial, not like an effect. He does like cool like half-tone effects. Let me pull this up here. Oh, yes, of course. Okay. I mean, he's got 2K subscribers. I'm sure plenty of people don't know. But he's so high up there for like this kind of thing. Like the pixel sort, the data moshing stuff. Like whatever background he does to like handle like the back end of this stuff. He's so good at it. I love recommending his stuff. But if you already know about him. If I'm going to use a green glowing arrow you displayed earlier and I want to reflect the glow on the video. I don't know. Especially like using a depth map. Like you're trying to like actually like comp it into a scene to kind of reflect off of stuff. That's not something I've done. Let me see. Has there been nothing? Hey, you want to play the fun game I play called Search for DaVinci Resolve and Filter by Upload Date? If you know, I'm actually shocked. Like, it's just shorts, man. The recently one. Gradients. This is what I did the most when I was really running. Oh, interesting. The Resolve Digest, DaVinci Resolve Digest. Fun stuff. Slick. Hey, found a new channel. Animate 3D text. Let's see how much other stuff he's done. We had like a real... Oh, wow. Okay. More general. Good. Yeah, let's have someone subscribe. Oh, you know him? Is that an I? Maoka? Mauka? Hey, sick. Oh, yeah, 3 hours ago. Let's see. Ooh, 3D tech stuff around a mask. Slick. Oh, 10 minutes. Well, lots of stuff in here. Yeah, I used to pretty regularly just look for new stuff. Shorts, boo. I mean, I cannot afford to ignore shorts anymore. Oops, did my YouTube stream just end? I just got a thing saying. No, I think we're still good. My chat just disconnected. I can't. Maybe if I'm like cross-posting and they do better on some other platform, maybe I'll kind of shift there. But like, I need to I need to let more people know that I exist, and that can be difficult. But gosh, like, all of these are shorts. So, God, man, I can't believe I fumbled. I feel like I fumbled. Made a Chrome extension that turns a short into a video. It turns a short into a video. Oh, interesting, fun. Oh, that's pretty slick. Yeah, I feel like I can crack shorts. I just gotta find something that works. Ayo, macro secrets. Wow. Ready? Hey, if anyone out there wants to learn macro secrets, go check it out. Oh, this is even the alt channel. Here's a question. I haven't... wait, does this also link to your main channel? Okay. Huh. I think I missed this. Also, doing killer. I've done the handful of After Effects effects. Oh man. I think I missed this. I'm gonna save that in this tab for later. Anyway, go check out Peach. Yeah. It's not a secret anymore. Bah. Resolve community rocks. Just a bunch of cool peeps. Speaking of, let's promote ResolveCon a little bit. Some actual... Jake, if you're still here, did Tim actually present last year? Or is he just around? It all blurs together. Or maybe I could look up the old set. I'm not sure. Frenchie Chloe is definitely presenting for the first time. And Gedali is actually presenting. Lightsabers. If it was right, it's so man. I feel man, my memory of ResolveCon stuff is so funky. I actually think it's last year is definitely really hard to remember because I want to remember the last live year. That you know sticks in my mind so much more when I think about ResolveCon. Anyway, I remember both the Team 2 presentations. They were phenomenal. Oh, really? Chloe presented last year? Man, in my mind, Chloe's still so new. Which, I mean, like, she is. But to present... You know, man. They're all great. They're all great. Any other fun stuff? Lots of, I feel like I'm definitely seeing an uptick of, ooh, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick indeed. Fusion organization. I love to see it. Anywho. Yeah, fun stuff. What am I getting up to in Fusion? Also, speaking of random stuff for random reasons, I watched Pacific Rim again last night. I love Pacific Rim. It's great. What else was I... Oh, I went back and forth on how much I wanted to do to this guy. Nah, that's not a stream. It's not a stream activity. Anywho, any other questions? Open as always. We've got preset stuff going. Man, I don't know. I was gonna take another swing at a new lower third preset just because I haven't done one in like 3 years. I'm gonna see what I could come up with there. But I also, I mean, hey, I can't afford. I need to get down to business on Proto too. Here, okay, I'll take a quick read. I have been going back and forth, you know, for years, feels like, on Proto V3 because Proto V2 was free. I used that Intensity plugin in it. So I was going back and forth on whether I would straight up charge for Proto V3, maybe charge for like an early access version that was very much like feedback focused. So it's like, okay, if you want it for free, it'll have some sort of like paywall behind that. You'll get early access. You'll be able to give like more direct feedback that will probably get addressed pretty quickly. But like maybe that could support it in that way. Or like, I don't know. It's tough. It was tough to balance. Oh, cobbler. I will keep that in mind. That's something people have mentioned on a handful of things that I should absolutely, yeah, build in. Oh, especially, yeah. Light version, that's the other thing of like, Yeah. I also need to double check with that's Learn Now Effects that does Tintensity. I'm like 90% sure. So we need to double check with him about how he would feel about different charging schemes. Because, like, that does feel kind of... If I built this thing really around this one tool, like, I don't believe I have a great alternative for, like, the way I want it to work. Like, I do love Tintensity for the tool. Alien Cat says, hey, happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And, oh, yeah, another stream helping on the... Thank you. Thanks so much for your engagement, B. Wilkerson. You're helping me out. Thank you. You shouldn't need to use the plugin. Maybe I just need to really spend time. But like that sort of glow, I don't know. Like that sort of colorization, I couldn't really find, because of course it's based on the not Tintensity. What's it called? Color Vibrance from Video Copilot, which again is like goes into their Saber plugin. Also, that's the other thing. In like a spiritual successor sort of way, like Proto is Saber, right? That's what it always was. And Saber was always free. Now he had, you know, other bigger things, like he charged for like the Twitch plugin and stuff. I'm not blocking you, B. Wilkerson. Thanks for your comment. Helping me out. I might block you if you call me an asshole, though. I'll send you a demo. I would absolutely love to check that out, Jake. Although even like, I do love the... Okay, yeah, we'll look it up. So like, Tintensity is what takes this into that and that into that. It's the main glow I'm working with here. And like, it handles that like that exponential, and especially like the white core to the nice colorization. Because like everything I'm piping into it is just those bare white outlines, you know. Because I don't want like these to be colored. I want to add that after the fact. So like it is a glow. Well, kind of even. It doesn't add any extra glow. It's a color, more colorization-ish. But I do love the extra included controls for like handling some of that extra saturation and like simple like shifts that add some really good options. Hey, Godsend, thank you so much. You've been putting in the work. I've seen you're publishing lots of stuff lately. Hope things are going great with you. But thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Especially this. Wait. Did I also... Did I also grab... Wait, maybe, am I still not in the right version that I wanted? I'm not sure. I was doing in the Ooh, Jake, I got that. I will for sure. I don't think I'll probably check that off stream. And random help. Thanks so much for hanging out, as long as you have. Super encouraging. Super, super awesome. Ooh, yes, image. Do I... Let me double check. One second, just while I pull up Discord to make sure I don't actually pull up Discord on the wrong screen and show anything in Discord. Although, now you see my dilemma. Jake, if you come in and save the day, then now I'm just going to feel bad and feel like I can't sell it because you gave me all the secrets. And I owe you money. Wait. Ooh. Enable the merge fast noise. Oh, noise texture. Okay, yeah, I So just in here? Wait. Yeah, just in there. So okay. The heat of that I like. Plug anything in top background, yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Is it just like, oh, yeah, just like that extra? Interesting. Well. Yeah, I might do some extra like quick toggles of like, oh, interesting. Things to consider. Okay, so it isn't even... Bunch of glows, each one... yes, yeah. One person's life, but you... Hey, morale, that's... There's so much you can do in the free version of Resolve. You're good to go. You can do all of this in the free version of Resolve. So, thanks for hanging out. But we're also not going to beg for studio. Wait, am I previewing both of them again? No. See, I do want to make sure, like... Especially... Wait, no, this is this? This is that. I do really want to maintain that white core, you know? That... And is that... I don't know. This is something I will absolutely look at more, because that could be pretty nice. That could be pretty nice. Especially, oh my gosh. Obviously, the biggest thing is, of course, how crazy that could make my life easier. I don't know if those words made sense. If I didn't have to mess with working users through the installation of a third-party fuse. Man, that... I would sacrifice quite a bit to avoid that headache. Yeah, installation. It's just like DRFX like everything else. Oh man, that should have been at the forefront of everything I was thinking of before, because that is absolutely... Okay, well, let me more fully rig up. Let me got this. Do the whole... Wait. This. this guy there, that guy there, and then this guy there, that guy there. Oh, you know what I would... Oh, why did I do it this way? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Instance node that. I would love a super standard, like, color picker, you know. But, like, if it's a matter of... Oh, no! Oh, my goodness! It's been like that for a long time, hasn't it? Whoopsie! What did I... Oh, I did that for when I grabbed it from Discord, didn't I? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Homer. Thank you, thank you. I can't share any of my Proto 2 secrets. Oh my goodness. Anyway, okay. Oh, oops, I did all these side-by-side things. That's so silly. Okay, so like this. Okay, that's intensity versus this was this option. It's like it's definitely extra blurry, whereas I added blurs. You know, I can build around this no problem, but like, especially something big and bulky like that versus that and that. Oh, but yeah, this is like the kind of on really fine line stuff. I would love to keep more of that white core. Mess with the settings, yeah. But I'm feeling more and more confident that like this is a system I could work with to get more than close enough to justify all the extra pluses, right? Like, even if I did like an actual, you know, like one copy just like extra merged on, right? Like a little... Wait, this is that one, right? Get a little silly and just, hey, also comp one of those back on top. We've got options. Dreamglow, Escape from Aquascape. I know I've never really gone down into like specifics from Aquascape. I know I like all his stuff, but I've not used all his stuff. So I don't know any specifics. It's good with with that animated area. Yeah, Jake, you're gonna save my life. Gosh. Getting away. God, I do love Tintensity. There's some really cool stuff in there. But that cool stuff, if I like used it the ultimate way I wanted to. Oh, just from Scape? No, I don't. I don't know that. If I use that the way I wanted to, then part of the issue with Proto V2 is I'm going to need to spend a lot more time like being smart around the controls I give the end user control of, because like I want it to be usable, and I know the majority of users will just pick a preset, but like I need to try to balance, you know, control versus power, and that's its own big thing. And so I do love Tintensity, but I know I can make this work. I was a little hesitant because I wanted it to be simple. But it's gonna be so worth it. it's going to be so worth it to avoid a fuse. Especially if I then feel more comfortable straight up charging for it. I did a quick poll as a community post, and like, obviously the poll said, hey, we want it for free. They said we want it for free, but we were comfortable with like a paid early access. But also, just because that pretty much means they're comfortable with other people paying for a paid early access. Really nice glow. Deep light glow. Yeah. You've convinced me. It will definitely be its own thing that, like, I will need to see where the edges of how I can fine-tune it are. Especially because, like, I would love plenty of, like low glow varieties, you right? No? Like, something about, like the crispness of, you know, a nice sort of, like, electric effect. But I can balance those. I'm confident I can balance those. And hey, if Proto stays there, then I can charge for Proto V3. Like, I wouldn't take down Proto V2. And then that's the other thing. Hey, at that point, do I have a Proto V3 and a light edition? Or do I keep V2 as the light edition? It would depend on whether I thought something was really extra valuable in you know, interesting. I think I am decided. Oh, that's a sad day. Light version with skimmed down features. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I don't want to say V2 is the light version. Go jump through all these hoops. How do you add the glow to normal text plus? You got multiple glow options. So you got text, right? Text. If you press shift space to pull up this little search bar and just type in glow, you got a few options. If I just do this first glow and preview it, oh, we got that little glow. You can pump it up. You can increase the glow size. That is a glow. You also got soft glow. I know lots of people like. It handles the size a little differently, especially on thin elements. I believe soft glow is a little more well known. But yeah, it's its own node. Try both of them or all three of them. See what you like. Thank you. Yeah, some cool stuff. Wow. Okay. Somehow that feels like... Oh, let me double... Oh, cubicle. Sorry, I'm not seeing anything on my side. Might be a lag. How long will your plugins be on sale? Likely through the end of the day. I haven't decided if I'm gonna promo any other ways. I didn't even put on like Twitter or other stuff, but it's not like I usually get like reach through stuff. Yeah, yeah. Probably through the end of the day. Sorry, Cubicle, if you're running into issues. But also, I mean, Super Chat's always appreciated. But, hey, if you want to support me and my channel and my work, and there's anything on sterlingsupply.co that you haven't picked up, then you can support me and get some great presets. I can't believe I disabled my screen that entire time. That's so funny. I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you for all the videos and the free things on your website. Everyone should go check it out. Spend some money while you were there. DD Gravy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ooh, do you know what's my favorite plugin? I have a few that I am especially fond of. I really love... Speedlines is fun and quick. I really love my highlighter. Do I have something I can... No, give me... I need like... this isn't gonna work. I really love my highlighter Pro. It does like that draw on, but you can change it. Oh, that's the custom. It has like built-in squiggles that are really slick that I'll animate on, like over like screen recorder or over like a screen grab. Like it just looks so good. You can change the color. You can change the overlay, different style controls. Oh, those are for those. Adding extra texture, which you can do in here. How do I do that? Tell me, yeah, like add extra texture here. Super slick. I really love my highlighter Pro. I really love. I mean, the DVD bounce is fun. Big Eyes was fun. The effects, I actually don't know if, I mean, for utility, if you will get utility out of Layout Pro, I think that is phenomenal. If you need to arrange 25 video clips in frame, there is not an easier way to do it than Layout Pro. It's real slick. 2 different versions of that, of course. The tracker plugins are great. What's the one? I was just thinking of another one. What was it? The masks. Oh, I even forgot Easier Ease. Is there... Maybe I was thinking of highlighter, but I thought there was another one I was kind of forgetting. Those ones, the text one. Maybe I was thinking Highlighter Pro and just how much I love it. I need to revisit the Graphs pack. Their Graphs is awesome. I mean, Picture-in-Picture Pro is fun. Maybe I was thinking Highlighter Pro all along. I thought there was something else. Yeah, I think I put all the slow. Lens fun. Shake. Maybe I was just thinking Highlighter Pro. Highlighter Pro is just like right. I mean, the YouTube graphics are actually pretty slick. Thank you so much. The multi-zoom and stabilize. Thank you for the amazing stream. Thank you, Due to Know. Cobbler, are you asking about the air, like this thing? So I'm bringing in this image, and all I'm doing is plugging that. Oh, Cubicle. Oh, Cubicle. It's another $1. Unbelievable. That's so generous and so kind. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay. Cobbler. So I got this. I'm just using the Edge Detect node. That gives you this black and white image that if you plug it into a bitmap. Oh, I thickened it up a little bit with the bitmap. Does this? Oh no. This is just a black and white image. So you need to plug it into a bitmap set to Luma to make it that like black and white that then gets masked. That you can use as mask data. But Edge Detect is like your basic way. Edge Detect plus bitmap if you want to like use that as mask data. Cubicle, I can't get over that. That's incredible. What can I do? I can like... will it not let me like? It won't let me like you. I can reply to it. But it won't let me like it. I can't click the like button. I can hard it. What else can I do? I can put user in timeout. I don't want to do that. Oh, fun. Man, I've never used... Bitmap is actually pretty slick. You can do a lot with Bitmap. Bitmap is the way to turn things like into masked data. Background character, hello, hello. For instance, if I pull in something like just this, I got that, and I've got a green solid, right? Let me make like a poor man's magic mask. Just keep doing what you do. Incredible. Screen pump and glitch YouTube video on your site is coming. Oh, the links to the video? Also, Jake, yes, Bitmap in the top 10. Thank you, Homer. I am copying that and adding a whole note that will sit on my desktop for me to go fix it at a better time. My Diet Coke, Jake Whip, it has been in that house. He's a real one. Oh, yes, anything like that. Like I said elsewhere, my website needs so much work. It's actually kind of embarrassing. But thank you for specifically pointing out any of that stuff. Okay. Poor man's magic mask. Let's see if I can do this. Actually, yeah, this is going to work different than I thought. But let's see. Poor man's magic mask. So by default, if you add it, it will add it as a mask. We don't want that. We want this media going into the bitmap. And by default, this is all white. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. From Hungary. Thank you so much. Incredible. Incredible. I'm having a great birthday. So, this bitmap. By default, it is looking at the alpha channel, right? So it wants something with like white and black transparency, or, you know, transparency. But we're giving it a straight up whole screen, like the alpha layer, the alpha value for this entire video is 1. So it's only looking at 1. But if we change this to either one of the color channels or luminance, now we get a black and white image because the brighter areas of the screen have a higher luminance. So if we inverse this, that will be inverted. And then if we pull in these clamps, we're actually, this isn't just black and white now. This is pulling, this is creating like alpha data. So now what is black is actually like invisible, and what is white is solid. So if I now pull this up, so we have like almost his entire body white, and then the rest black, we can see, oh, this is pretty interesting. So now if we apply this as a mask with this green input, oh, it's gonna be funky because this is a 4K clip. I mean, bah, this is gonna be silly. But if I pull this down, we have like a green dancing man. Broke man's magic guys. Hey, Camera Tim, we were just talking about you because we were talking about ResolveCon. So like, wow, we just took this image and just based on the luminance value of select pixels, it's not perfect, but like we're doing some that. So what we could do is, if we had like another copy of this media over here, we wouldn't need to transform this time. But if we then take the output of that bitmap, use that now as a mask data, you'll see it's bad, but we are like selectively masking those darker areas. Luma Keyer is doing a lot of the same stuff. When like it's a keyer based on luminance values. So very similar, but bitmap is kind of just like specifically asking you what value you want to pull in to mask. It's, yeah, if you were doing this kind of thing, more often you would actually want a proper keyer. But especially if you weren't doing it to mask, if you were just doing it for like stylistic reasons. Again, you could mask for the same thing. Brightness and contrast, yeah. There's a shocking number of different ways to do stuff in Fusion. But I don't know. You got options. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's not what I wanted. John All Green Man. And I mean, if you filmed this, also, yeah, maybe you should use Luma here a lot of the time. Camera Tim, we had a breakthrough with Proto V3. Jake Whip came in, talked some sense, and I am officially committed. Maybe not officially committed. Add to your calendar. Yeah. I'll make a note cubicle of like, hey, I should do something. Jake came in and talked sense, and I am going to do the work I need to do to move away from using the third-party fuse I used in Proto V2 to intensity. I am not going to use that in Proto V3. I'm going to use native glow tools to get as close I can with as much flexibility as I can. And that is going to save me 1,001 headaches trying to either walk users through installing a custom fuse, or troubleshooting when it's busted, or building the most comprehensive custom installer that does the work for them. I am convinced that I can get more than close enough to my dream look for it to be worth it. Whereas Proto V3 can just be one DRFX just like everything else, and it can just work. Hey, Chadwick also in the house. Man, that's the other thing. I feel like so few awesome Resolve people actually go ham in streaming that when any of us stream, a lot of us also just show up to say hey, and then it just turns into a hangout. It was incredible. This is incredible. Got a couple of other plugins. Highlighter Pro, easier. Frank, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means so much. You are actively supporting me and making it easier for me to like do more cool stuff. Had to install Tintensity the other day, Noel. Yeah. Hopefully, I love Tintensity, but I think it will make lots of people's lives easier if I don't use it. Paul, thank you. And Rising Star, just as average editor, please. Hey, if you're here, you are a valuable member of the Resolve community. Hardest time, yeah, camera, Tim. I need to make it more of a thing. I don't know if you saw or missed earlier. I am multi-streaming right now. I am live on Twitch to one viewer. I wanted to give Meld a go, so I'm giving Meld a go, and it was pretty easy on their end. And it's kind of like, I don't think there's a reason for me not to toss stuff up on Twitch too. Also, no, I also want to say thanks. We'll get you a coffee soon. Incredible. Thank you so much. I saw it on Twitch, which is why you came over here. I have the chat synced up, so you could talk in either place, but I don't have any of the other normal. I feel like people will be more comfortable being one of a small number of chatters on Twitch once I get my chat on screen, you know, once I'm pulling. That makes sense. Also, my coworker is a recovering Premiere user, and I'm getting him ported over to Resolve, and I had to do a multicam edit, and I'm gonna need some effort from the peeps to get him on Fusion. Yeah. He's listening right now. Oh, Cubicle hopping over to Twitch. I do like some of the little Twitch flares. It's nice seeing first-time chatter and stuff like that. I think I could come to appreciate Twitch. Cubicle, you have doubled my Twitch viewership. And I'm also assuming it counts you as one of your own viewers. Right? You can't have 0 viewers. Maybe. He needs first aid to recover from, yeah. Sorry, I'm making birthday dinner plans. Only 5:30 a.m. here? Oh. Does he know? I don't know. Yeah, it's getting people over to Fusion is real interesting. I've had a theory since I was early on to YouTube stuff. Like, I have a theory that there's like an interesting curve of like, if you know a little bit of After Effects, I think it's going to be pretty hard to move to Fusion. But if you know a lot of After Effects, mostly, if you know enough After Effects to have gone really in depth into the motion graph, then at that point, if you open up Fusion and you look at the spline viewer, that's where so much of like your actual work and like custom little artistry comes in, that like you're gonna look at the spline viewer and know what to do. And at that point, it's just like, okay, connect the nodes, you turn on, you click the little keyframe button, and you do kind of what you know how to do in the spline viewer. And then you see the extra little like spline viewer features that are actually really slick. And like, okay, I know like so much of like you knowing what to do. I don't know. It's like, I don't consider myself fairly artistic, but like the technical side of like handling a node or motion graph or a spline or notion graph is just like such its own thing. But like that's going to carry over great. Oh, no, you're totally good. I also adore your merch. I need to double check with Alex again. I wore his merch not too long ago, and like all the comments were like, "Your shirt." His, Alex's like really great like simplistic timeline shirt that has all the perfect colors for like the text plus effect and the audio and video. I've always loved that merch, and he still has it up for sale. He just like doesn't share it anymore. So I was gonna ask him if I could steal it. Or if we can do something, because it's still so good. He needs a magic shirt. I need any merch, period. That's so funny. Like, I sincerely love my branding around like Sterling Supply Co. I think I from the beginning, I think there's so much like opportunity there for fun stuff, because it's that idea of like, I want people to go out, make the videos they want to make, do all this stuff. I want to provide the tools. So it's very much that old, lots of people, I think, rightfully rag on, that idea of like, in a gold rush, it's good to be the guy selling like pitchforks and shovels. When like, in a bad sense, those can like often be like the grifter types, or like the only people actually make money. But it's also like, if you can actually provide that service, it makes sense. And like, that's a good spot to be. So like all the people who want to like do good video stuff, like I want to provide them with those useful tools. So I think like leaning into that branding also a little bit is cool. So like, I need, I've just casually needed a logo for 5 years. Meh. What do we think is the biggest hurdle to understanding how a node works? Are you talking about like the concept of a node, or like you've never used the bitmap node before, so you drop it in. Like, how do you teach yourself what a node actually does? Because that's a really interesting question. Because, I mean, I've talked a lot about how I'm a giant fan of, like, breaking apart effects in general. And my go-to showcase is always this radar effect that's included for free. And, like, I think you teach yourself modes. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to finish my line of thought. I think, like, the value of going node by node when you're teaching yourself and just being like, oh, okay. This interesting grid, all of a sudden, it circles. Oh, that's a coordinate space node. We got to figure that out. Oh, and this is kind of, so I talked a little bit a while ago of how, like, my idea of a course is kind of based off this. I've had this idea for a fusion course, and it's, like, pretty unique, but it's always intimidated me to actually, like, get building on it. So it's, anyways, yeah. How nodes compare. Venom. You can, oh no, I copied an entire node over. The sale is just a code, but you can also follow this little length. Use code I'm33 at checkout for 33% off everything in the store. Probably going through tonight. Thank you so much for asking, Venom OG. Oh, but also, Chadwick, I like the new images. I think Casey's approach of, like, you know, your toaster process. I don't know. I do think that's good in because it keeps in view, like, the end goal. Whereas, like, nodes do go step by step. But I think the most valuable thing about nodes is not only that you can view them step by step, but you can continue to use them step by step, right? Like, every node has an output that even if you're taking one source and doing 3 things to it, you can take the output of that original source and use it somewhere else. Like, yeah, that branching, it's branching and it's order of operations. To where, like, if don't copy one transform node and paste it in 10 places if you can use it in one place later once they all connect, you know. It's that kind of thinking that, yeah, is its own little challenge. Oh, yeah, Paul, that's pretty, like, that sounds like that same system. What are things you think are missing? I don't know about, like, overall. Some things that are served by plugins, like, yeah. I don't know. It's also been a long time since I've been in Adobe. Yeah, I don't know quite where my wish list lines up with what's available with Adobe. I want, like, audio reaction animation options in Fusion, but even that in Adobe is that still down to the Red Giant plugin to pull audio animation, or is there a native option in After Effects now? And Tim, yeah, I think that's Fairlight. Fairlight is an interesting little beast, right? Because it actively feels like they so want it to be for specific video use cases, which makes sense, obviously. But like, they are hesitant towards some of the tools that really push it more towards like music stuff. Like, obviously, like I'm thinking like obviously like more MIDI work. It's interesting. But also, I mean, like, I'm not sure. I wish I just knew more about the team structure, right? Like, what is the Fusion team? Is it just like the one dude? Like, is there a standalone Fairlight team? That feels less likely than a Fusion team, but I don't know if that's fair. I don't think I have a reason for thinking that. Jake, thank you so much. I will be wrapping up soon. I think I'm going to get dinner before too long. I do. Right. I do know that. Also, speaking of merch, there's a guy I follow on YouTube who he's like a business and like kind of tech, but more like business economics guy. But he has lines of merch that are just like the logos of failed companies. Whereas like he sells like Enron hats and like the Lehman Brothers and like that kind of thing, and it's kind of like inside joke, funny stuff. And not as like a failed company, but I thought it would be sort of like inside joke territory, be cool if I was able to like sell merch or sell hats with the old Ion Graphics logo on it. I almost sent an email asking if I could, but I'm like not very hopeful they would let me. And it's not like they're like a dead company that like just like wouldn't sue you because they don't exist anymore. It's like they still would probably have feelings about that. But that struck me as like that's kind of fun. I only wish there would be better auto text animation options. Nay, it's just drag and drop animations onto a clip. Are you in the studio version, Hope? With the new stuff in version 20? Oh, wait. Oh, Cubicle, I missed this. Your thoughts on this? YouTube and Patreon holding back 10% of all channel revenue. Their creator can then use those funds to support other... I mean, the individual? I mean, I think the only way I would like something like that is if it took a bigger chunk from the platform, right? If it was an opt-in program where it was, hey, if you choose to let us funnel 5% of your revenue into a fund that you can only use on platform, we will copy that 5% and make it 10%. That's kind of like in-platform like Prime deals, right? Like, we will match whatever you want to give back to the community. That's interesting. I think just choosing to take your money, like, I don't think there's a difference between just receiving that money and then at a later date choosing to give that to someone. Outside of maybe like fees. Oh, sorry to hear that, Hope, that you're running into those issues. You know, like that, that would be interesting, but I don't know. I think more people have talked about like an equivalent to Prime, where if you have a YouTube Premium subscription, maybe you get like some tier towards giving other people stuff. But also, I don't know, they keep on raising those prices, so I'm not sure. Boy, it is my birthday. I am 33. And hey, if you head over to sterlingsupply.co and use code I'm33 at checkout, you can get 33% off whatever you want to pick up. So you want a 401k? I mean, matching is good in lots of different things. Especially since you don't keep that. Like it's more like community funding here. Oh, thank you so much. Well, happy birthday. We're having a fun birthday stream. It's going pretty well. I'm trying out several new things. I'm using different software. I switched back my mic because the mic I use for videos is a shotgun mic. And I can do like sound processing after the fact to make it sound good, but it picks up a lot of noise raw. So it's not great for streams. Go have fun. I am going to have fun soon. Hey, Suburban Philosophy, thank you so much. We've had so many people hop in, just drop a happy birthday message, and it feels great. Thank you. We've shown off some fun stuff. You know what's really funny, actually? Oh, not this. What do I want? This? Proto only exists because I was live streaming. Also funny, Proto only exists because of Dr. Disrespect, who I've never watched. But I was in a live stream, and someone asked me if I could recreate an effect that he had on his YouTube end screens. And I looked at it, and it was obviously Saber from Video Copilot. So I was like, yeah, it's obviously Saber. And then I was like, hey, I have a rough idea of how Saber was built. It's just fractal noise, like going over different paths with different blurs. Let me take a swing at it. And then I did the first version of Proto, and then later Proto 2. Just because I was streaming. Oh, also funny, yeah, we're hovering right around 33 viewers. Just wait till I'm 10,000 years old, and we can get 10,000 viewers. Carrie, thank you so much. Thanks for hopping in. Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw that OBS has some different sound stuff, but I've spent very little time and effort on how I stream, as you might be able to tell. Okay, man, that was Proto V3. Man, I actually wonder when I will finally release Proto V3. The features I've added, I do like. Swapping this over, that'll be nice. Wow. Let me actually. I want to see this comped. Oh, actually, let me check. This was this. If he... Interesting. Anyway, plenty more I'll check out there. Fun little stream. Lots of people in and out. I'm feeling good. I am positive I won't last much longer. Where are we actually at? Wow! 3 hours? I don't think I have streamed for 3 hours. Man, definitely in at least like almost two years at least. I asked earlier about if an expression video you released. Like if I have released an expression video, not as super straightforward. I believe relatively recently Jake Whip did like a super straightforward, like, this is what expressions are all about, right? When was that? Central nodes. What's that, Jake? How long ago was this? No, not that long ago. Did someone else talk about expressions? Maybe it was just the sheet. one of your potential topics for Resolve content, because mine says like modifiers and expressions, but I'm like taking it in kind of a funky direction. And Bryn, hello. 3 hours 33 minutes. Yeah, Suburban. Happy birthday from Bryn. Thank you so much. We've been having a great stream. How come the video quality in the picture-in-picture plugin is low? It shouldn't be. Especially if it's being scaled down. If you email me with like some specific like examples or screenshots of something, I would love to know that, because it shouldn't be. I don't know. Yeah, camera Tim. Yeah, so what I'm actually doing, I'll talk about expressions, but really, expressions will be the smaller part. I'm just talking about systems, right? So it was actually kind of, I'm actually juggling things around. I'm pretty sure it was actually like my VIP session from last year that I'm kind of building on. Casey's going to talk about nodes the day before. And I'm going to talk about like the levels beyond nodes. So like you got Fusion, you got nodes. Every node has these controls on it, right? With like a minimum and maximum and a name and other stuff, and a control in the viewer and a control in the inspector. But I'm going to talk about how for all of those controls, you can keyframe, but on all of those controls, you can add an expression, or you can add a modifier. And a modifier is like a node, but instead like on a specific control. So you can have this function to like do the math for a specific control. And even like it goes forever on that modifier. You can have modifiers on that and then on that and stuff. And then any control that you either keyframe or choose to publish. I'm going to talk about that right click connect to system, super powerful. And then I'm going to talk about like all that is there, but also you can add a new control to any node. And I'm going to walk through that edit controls option there. Yeah. I finally, edit controls. I only finally figured out how the on-change window works. Yeah, did you walk through, oh my goodness, Joe, those are my first gifted subscriptions on Twitch. No, not Twitch. You can gift a subscription on YouTube? Is that a thing? Oh my goodness. Yeah, wait, gift the memberships. They're being called different things. Oh wait, did I miss that? Oh my goodness. Carrie, I'm so sorry. This was a while ago. Oh, I'm using different apps to like copy chat over from things. So I just saw the message. I didn't see that was a super chat, Carrie. Oh my goodness, how long ago was that? I am so sorry, Carrie. I didn't call that out. That's incredibly generous. Thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting the stream. And then Joe, gifting memberships as well. Look, you got little, quiz. The little icon next to the cobbler's name now. Who knows what that is? Also, look, receiving all these memberships are all these people lurking in chat that haven't been chatting. Thank you for hanging out. You just got outed by Joe, I think. I think that's how it works. Oh, I don't remember anyone else ever gifting memberships. That's very fun. I thought that was on Twitch because I didn't know that was a feature on YouTube. It would have been funny on Twitch because no one's there. Also, yes, you are correct. KJH. That's copper. And then if you people who... oh, Joe, your cubicle. Joe! You gave a super chat and then gifted memberships? Joe, that is incredibly kind. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Yes. Anyway, yes, the silly icon is from RuneScape. And also, it upgrades the longer you have it. I did that when I thought I would actually stream more. Incredible. Oh my goodness. That's so nice. I feel like I actually haven't done that much on stream. But thank you. Okay, never mind. This was kind of a breakthrough. Jake got me into the next. Ooh, Proto V3. Oh wait, now this chat is being weird. Oh, you're good, Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I actually set a default for anim curves. Oh, Tim, that's smart. There's so many small areas. Like people obviously like go ham with like macros and stuff. But even like using the macro system purely within Fusion is like so useful. Like Brandon Wampus just did another like short video about like, you know, just like making those own tools or saving your own like mini presets for quick use, and like, man, the system is just like so slick in Fusion. Ooh, that is interesting. A lost whatever thought I was about to do. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. We are officially winding down the stream, but thank you so much. You will probably see Proto V3 sooner because of this stream. So that's great. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. Thank you everyone for the support, the Quake birthday messages. Having a great little birthday. Now I'm going to go get a little sandwich, hang out with the family. Success. And hey, maybe I'll stream a little bit more. Rising Star, thank you, thank you. Thanks for the birthday stream. And store promo, yes. One last time. I'm 33, so if you use promo code I'm 33 at sterlingsupply.co, I'll definitely leave that up through the rest of the night. I'll probably like tweet it out and other stuff just because. But thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. I will stream again sometime. You know what I really have is a stream schedule. Are you winning? I am winning. Have a good birthday. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's been a real treat. I really appreciate the tips and the answers. Thank you for. Oh no, I mean that's like that feedback of like live streams is phenomenal. That's another thing. I feel like the kind of work I do in like the tutorial education and sphere and stuff, we have there's so much extra value for the kind of things I do in a live stream. Like that live feedback is so valuable. And I feel like it's just like a cultural hurdle, you know, that isn't more of an established thing. Like tutorial people like just do their tutorial thing, but like yeah, it definitely feels like a lot of untapped potential. But I'm winding down. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will enjoy my night, and I'll see you around. I believe I have a video ready to publish that I will publish tomorrow. I just decided. I wasn't sure if I was going to save it till next week, but like the video at the beginning of this week was kind of meh. So let's get one out there. Hey, Jacka, thank you so much. Tim dropping expressions at the finish line. Oh yeah, I've done some camera Tim. I need to find the experiments I did a little while ago, because I was trying to solve the problem of like, okay, what do I need to do for an anim curves animation to always animate in and out with a duration of 1 second, regardless of the length of the composition and regardless of the frame rate of the comp it's on. And it was a trip. Like, it was like, it was a lot. But anyway, thank you so much. I'm officially ending stream. Thank you so much for all your support. For people who talked about picking up presets, that's incredible as well. I hope you all, yeah, Tim, you also too. I ended up working around it with just a calculation node with like 2 values being added together, and one with an anim curves with all the things set to the beginning, and one with an anim curves with all the expressions and stuff set to the end. It was funky. Anyway, I've said I'm ending, and now I'm actually ending. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Let me see if I know what button to press to go.